I have to ask once again, what are we funding the police for? It has been revealed that the APD, not unlike many police departments across America, has white supremacists among their ranks. You have been training, paying the salary and benefits of white supremacists, all while handing them a license to kill. Why is the city hiring militia members like Philip Sr.? Do you know who the people are that you are giving the power of life and death to? All last year, we marched against police violence, demanded you act, stop funding them at the bare minimum, and yet you managed to give them more money. Millions of dollars are sent to an institution that has fought tooth and nail not just against any reform, but the mildest of criticism. Why are we funding them? Can you honestly say the Akron Police Department, with white supremacist militia members, is providing any protection or service to the black community of Akron? That the police at this point have any other purpose than to terrorize this community? And another thing, the houseless population is still growing. And yet more money is spent on the police than what's being spent providing housing, food, and mental health care to people who are then harassed by the police who just got brand new equipment because you gave them another $10 million. The city's actions truly show a lack of interest in the people of Akron. I might even say a disdain for them. Thank you.
Hi, this is Christina Oshevsky. I reside at 95 Manor Road, Apartment A in Akron, Ohio, 44313. I was calling because I wanted the City Council and Mayor Dan Horrigan to look into passing rent control. Rent has gone up 53% in Akron, but the median income has only gone up by 29%. There should also be a moratorium on evictions. Akron has the 24th highest eviction rate in the country, and it's the first in the state. On top of that, we should look into vacant houses being given to community-controlled land trusts to help improve the homeless population's lives and help get them off the streets. Thank you for your time, and I hope you take these into consideration. Have a good day.
Hello, this is Randall Roberson. I live in 2459 Cuyahoga Falls. City Council and Mayor Horrigan need to pass rent control. Rents increased 53% in Akron when wages have only gone up 29% over the last 20 years. The mayor needs to enact a moratorium on all evictions in Akron. Akron leads the state in evictions and is in the top 25 in the whole entire country. Housing is a basic human right and need. For people to live with dignity and safety, they need to be housed. The city needs to put all abandoned and bank-owned properties in community-controlled land trusts to house the homeless. They need housing, medical care, and jobs. This brings me to my last point. The rumors of a sweep at the Adams encampment on June 2nd. What is City Council's stand on this? Do they know about this? How are you going to provide aid to these people? They need housing. That is all.
Hello, City Council. My name is Faith Wally. I live at 2546 Newton Street, Akron, Ohio. And I'm calling today because as a member of Serve the People Akron, we have heard there are rumors of encampment sweeps, evictions for the homeless at Adams Street. This is a homeless community that we are very involved with, very active in making sure they get what they need, the supplies during the week. They're our friends. They're our comrades. And unless you're moving them, or the city of Akron plans to move them into housing, all you're doing is displacing people. Please don't do that. Thank you.
My name is Ryan Murray, 2546 Newton Street, Akron. First off, abolish the police. They have no business in our communities. They do not keep us safe. They should all
go now. Second, I'm hearing there's going to be homeless camp sweeps coming up. My suggestion is that does not happen. The community is not happy, will not be happy, and you will be hearing from us if it does happen. These are human beings. They have nowhere to go. You don't offer them anywhere to go. You don't offer them any other options. You waste millions of dollars that could actually go to helping these people. While there's people out there like Serve the People Akron, a bunch of poor kids from Akron spending their own money actually helping people while y'all sit in your hands and do nothing. Stop the sweeps now. Abolish the police now. Thank you very much.
To Madam President of the City of Akron, Marco Somerville, and your fellow councilmen, my name is Sister Tanya Renee Williamson Lowers. My address is 644 Glendora Avenue, Akron, Ohio, 44320. I would first of all like to commend a job well done thus far handling the pandemic and the spread of the COVID-19 virus with the cooperation of Governor Michael DeWine and the President of the United States, President Joseph Biden. I have informed Mayor Daniel Horgren that all eyes worldwide are on the city of Akron and its officials to end this pandemic and contain and limit the COVID-19 virus. I have the solution to the problem. It's simple. And within weeks, the virus will be contained and vanish from existence. We can start by rebuild the. First of all, we have to realize that no one, even now, have a real solution to the problem and grasp it at straws while lives are being lost. Second of all, anybody, have to humble themselves and ask God. If my people will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins and heal the land. It's not up to the church leaders. They are the cause of the problem. It's up to government officials who govern this fair city to call a meeting of the minds and say a little prayer and watch God do the miracles. What do you have to lose? Your own lives? God desires for the people of the United States to regain confidence and trust in a reformed democracy government by the using of the fair city and citizens of Akron, Ohio, to illustrate his confidence in our elected officials he approved of for the most part, whom took an oath of office to provide services necessary for the well-being and welfare of his fellow citizens. Do you really know what time of day it is? Have you considered who is really in control? The higher power. That power is higher than all of us. Finally, I say, acknowledge him in all your ways, and he shall direct your path. Lean not to your own understanding. Proverbs 3:6. Thank you very much.
That concludes our public comments for this evening. Again, we want to thank all of those who participated in this process. Again, all of our comments have been forwarded to the appropriate council person and department. At this time, we will go with go over our committee assignments, rules. Councilman Freeman.
2 p.m.
Public Safety, Councilman Kamer.
2:15, June 7th.
Thank you. Budget and Finance, Councilman Freeman.
3 p.m.
Parks and Rec, Councilman Neal.
1:45.
Planning and Economic Development, Councilman Busco.
1 o'clock.
Housing and Neighborhood Assistance, Councilman Busco.
Subject to call.
Public Service, Councilwoman Samples.
2 p.m.
Health and Social Services, Councilwoman Amobian.
2:30.
Public Utilities and Green Committee, Councilman Freeman.
2:45.
Okay, thank you so much. Before we open the floor to any additional comments, I did ask if Mrs. Ellen Lander-Nish would bring forth just an update as it regards to the APD officer and the 3%er tattoo.
Thank you, President Somerville. So just on behalf of Mayor Horgan, I do want to make it clear that Mayor understands and shares the community's concerns regarding this symbol and its association with dangerous anti-government and white supremacist views. As was previously stated, the Akron Police Department Office of Professional Standards is currently undertaking an investigation into that tattoo and that officer. And I spoke with Acting Chief Leeser and Major Capers just this afternoon. And I know that investigation is going to be concluded soon. So we'll have more information for you at that time. But just wanted to reiterate that the department's taking the concern very seriously and that we will have more information to share with council here pretty soon.
Ellen, thank you so much for that update. At this time, is there anything else coming before council? Councilman Malik?
Thank you very much, Madam President. I really appreciate Ms. Nish filling us in with an update on that, and I hope that we hear shortly on what the outcome of that is. I think that the two concerns raised this week, which we also discussed last week, even when if there's not information that's available, even small things or things that seem small like this can undermine people's trust, and they can play into people's fears and some of the worst stereotypes that people have about officers. And so I think it's important that things like this be answered forthrightly. I know in the case of the Facebook post in which the police department laughed at the police department Facebook page, did the laugh reaction to this comment about people dying in APD custody or in custody. There was said that this was an accident, right? Well, the response then should be proportionate, should be some kind of follow-up. Oh my God, I never meant for this to happen. This is a horrible accident, and we would not ever want to be seen as laughing at someone's pain and not silence, right? And so I just really, I've tried to raise these issues with the acting chief and have received some response, but I really think that these things need to be taken more seriously and dealt with more forthrightly. And I hope we also are able to get some information about the homeless issue that was raised. I think we won't be meeting until after the date that was mentioned. So I hope we can get some information. So again, we can share with folks.
Thank you so much, Councilman Malik. Councilwoman Samples?
Thank you, Madam President.
And dealt with more forthrightly. And I hope we also are able to get some information about the homeless issue that was raised. I think we won't be meeting until after the date that was mentioned. So I hope we can get some information. So again, we can share with folks.
Thank you so much, Councilman Malik. Councilwoman Samples?
Thank you, Madam President. Just piggybacking off what Councilman Malik said about the homeless camps, if we could find out some more information about that, I think it would give a lot